This is WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. I'm your host, Tyler Cooper. With the winter weather sticking around, we are sticking with the winter sports this week, from the hardwood to the ice, back to the hardwood. Here with me today is Matthew Jinks covering Pioneer women's basketball, Baylee Matthews with ice hockey, and Bijan Pulley with the NBA. Matthew Jinks, what's cooking at the WEC? I know it's bumping over there. Talk to me about it.
Thank you, Coop. Moving on, last night the Pioneers defeated Stockton in the semifinal match of the NJAC tournament, 67-57. We're going to recap this game and talk about whose performance is worth highlighting the most. NJAC immortality. Last week, the Pioneers made NJAC history, achieving an undefeated conference record and earning the most wins most conference wins in a single season in NJAC history. The desk will discuss what the storyline was the entire season. Ran over Ramapo, and that is exactly what the Pioneers did in an 80-41 win against Ramapo to go down in the history books with this conference record. We'll recap the game and discuss what led to this blowout. It all comes down to this. On Sunday, the women's basketball team will play in the NJAC finals for the NJAC championship. We're going to break down the keys to victory for the Pioneers and how they can take this title home.
Yeah, the women's team is heading to the NJAC championship game on Sunday. Can't wait for that one. Baylee Matthews, ice hockey's got a lot of storylines going on with the Olympics and stuff. Talk to us about it.
6'7" joke was a tough watch, Matt Jinks, but you did it. You did it. First up, we're going to be talking about how the U.S. men's team was able to beat the odds and overcome Canada's historic dominance at the Olympics. Then we're breaking down why this year's U.S. women's team is so goated after multiple Olympians say this is the best team they've ever seen compete. We're asking the question, can we keep up with Canada? The Canadian men's team has been dominating at international games for years now. But could the U.S. win be the start of a new heated rivalry? I hope everyone gets that, just for me. And lastly, we're breaking down how participation in the Olympics could affect the NHL and the PWHL.
Yeah, both the men's and the women's teams got gold over Canada, their rival, and we'll get into that. Bijan Pulley, the NBA, is halfway through their season, and we're approaching the home stretch. What's cooking?
We're more than halfway through. We're in the home stretch now. And Baylee, I did get your heated rivalry reference.
Yes, go Bijan.
I am chronically online. So, well, Coop, the NBA is now heading into the home stretch of the season, and this part of the season is where teams usually reveal to us who they really are and how far they can go come playoff time. We're going to start off with the Pistons' disrespect. Despite being the first seed out east by a comfortable margin, people still view the East as anyone's conference to win. So me and the fellas, we dive in and figuring out why are the Pistons being overlooked despite their success. A new favorite out east, the Cavs, since trading for James Harden, have been rolling. After beating the Knicks convincingly, 109-94, Cleveland has a 6-1 record since adding the beard. Me and the guys will discuss why or why not are the Cavs should be seen as the favorites out east. The Rockets won't take off. Houston, we have a problem, as the Rockets won't take off. Since January 1st, the Rockets have been barely an above-average team. Me and the Suits will talk about what is the Rockets' ceiling. And lastly, we'll end off with the NBA tanking problem. It's been the most prevalent discourse in the NBA the past few weeks, and as some teams have been going to extreme lengths to make sure they're losing as many games as possible. Me and the rest of the analysts will answer the hot question as of late. Does the NBA actually have a tanking problem?
Sounds good. Houston, we do have a problem. I like that.
That was good wordplay, Matt Jinks. Take notes.
Yeah, take notes.
When we come back, we're at the Rec Center talking WP Women's Basketball, only here on WPTV.